Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob, and welcome back to Media Awareness and another first reaction video. This time to the Wheel of Time Amazon Prime Original Series Season 2 trailer. Before I go any further, however, I'd like to ask you all for your help. As many of you are aware, I am a disabled individual, and I utilize a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day, every day for my independence as a whole. That independence, however, is in jeopardy at the current moment due to the debilitating condition of my seat. There is a video linked below where you can clearly see the damage of my seat. It is irreversible and it is not covered by my insurance, nor is it covered by the warranty. So I'm asking for your help. I am doing a fundraiser and I'm asking you all to contribute $10. You can do more if you like, but I'm only asking for $10 a piece, and $10 can go a long way. So please donate to the Spot Fund account below, and it would be greatly appreciated, and it would go towards not only me maintaining my independence, but also my quality of life as it has begun to decline as a result of the damage to the seat. And I feel it each and every day. So your donations are definitely appreciated. So just keep that in mind, and I truly appreciate those who have already contributed. You're wonderful people. I love you all, and thank you so much. And thank you to those in advance who plan on contributing. I appreciate you as well. So as I said, this is a really exciting thing for me. The Wheel of Time is a really special series for me. And I know a lot of the people have mixed emotions on season 1. And the choices that were made, the direction it took, and different aspects of that. I thoroughly enjoyed it personally myself, and I am a fan of the books. I will tell you all after this trailer how I got into the Wheel of Time. And it's interesting. It was actually quite by accident, but once I started, I couldn't stop. And that just is proof of a great series. It sucks you in, and it did that to me. So we're going to take a look at this trailer for season 2. And season 1 is, of course, available on Amazon Prime. You can watch season 1 if you have not done so. And I would urge you all to also read the books if you can. They are amazing. But I will get more into that following the trailer. So here we go with my first reaction to the Wheel of Time Season 2 trailer for the Amazon Prime original series. I'm so psyched for this.
Everyone has a choice. And every choice has a consequence.
I'm bigger than my body.
We didn't defeat the Dark One. We set him free.
I'm meaner than my demons.
No one should have that much power.
I'm bigger than these walls.
Together we face the impossible. But now in our separate corners of the world.
I'm bigger than my body.
Protecting Rand, guiding him, that is the only thing that matters. You can't control him.
You know you have something inside you. Something that calls for blood.
I want to know how to control it.
The last battle's coming.
The whole world will be ours.
And all the kids cried out, please stop. I can't help this awful energy.
If our friends are in trouble, why would I ever stay here? You have no conception of the power they wield.
You can't do this by yourself.
There are many paths to walk through the night.
It's not always the most powerful who write history. It's the ones who survive.
I'm tired of being a spoke in the wheel.
You're not a spoke, boy. You are the water that turns the wheel itself.
Yay! Wow. I am so psyched. That looks amazing. And it looks as though it's covering a lot of ground in terms of source material. Possibly books 2, 3, and 4, from what it looks like, or at least aspects of those books. Now, as I said, the Wheel of Time is something that I kind of got into by accident. Most people hear about it through friends or whatever. I bought the first book in the series, The Eye of the World, on a whim. I was looking for an easy read on Amazon, and I read audiobooks, and I prefer physical audiobooks, audio CDs. And I was browsing, and I saw The Eye of the World, and I think the list price on Amazon was something like $60 or something like that. But a vendor whom I'm assuming had an overstock of this particular item was selling it for under $5. Factory sealed, brand new. So I bought it, and it came like within a few days. And I just dove right in. And as soon as I started reading The Eye of the World, I was blown away by it. I was also immediately shook to the core by the amount of plagiarism I saw from other authors in the genre of fantasy from The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, book 1 in the Wheel of Time. There were so many authors that just ripped him off, and a certain author in particular who has a very successful, actually a couple of very successful series on HBO, who I will not name. I think you all know who I'm talking about. He ripped off the Wheel of Time quite profoundly. But that's another story for another video entirely. And if you'd like me to do that video, I have no problems doing so. But I read The Eye of the World, and I then stumbled across the prequel, and I read the prequel after reading book 1, and then I reread book 1, and I thought, oh, this is even better now because I know more, and it was just it really enhanced the experience for me, and I just kept on going, and I did not complete the whole series. There are 14 novels in the Wheel of Time series. And they're all amazingly big novels. We're talking like Stephen King size books that make up the Wheel of Time. As far as a series in its entirety, the books individually are the size of small bricks, and in some cases large bricks, all depending on the novel and what's contained within. So when Amazon announced that they were getting the Wheel of Time and that they were going to do season 1, I was so excited for it. And I was fortunate enough to see the trailer for it in the theater while seeing Dune Part 1, Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 1. And I was just blown away by seeing the Wheel of Time trailer on such a big screen. And being just more excited then for it. And now it's coming very, very soon season two. But season one, people had problems with, and I can see why they did. But at the same time, you have to give the showrunners a certain amount of creative liberty, or else it's not their show. It's just an adaptation of the source material as directly as possible. People don't remember, but when The Lord of the Rings came out, when The Fellowship of the Ring was released, a lot of people came at Peter Jackson for not being quite as true as he could have been to the source material of The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. And Jackson was really close to the source material. So I think whichever way you go, however many liberties you decide to take, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And that's how I think Amazon is viewing this in terms of that viewpoint, and rightly so, because they really brought us some amazing visuals in season one of The Wheel of Time. They told us a amazing story, and it was a story that I was quite unsure how they were going to tell after reading The Eye of the World several times. So I truly love the Wheel of Time, so much so that I have the Wheel of Time Blu-ray of season one of Amazon Prime's original series. This is potentially an illegal copy that I'm holding in my hand. I don't care. I love the Wheel of Time, and illegal or not, I want to hold this in my hand. I don't want to strictly watch it online. If I love something, it's on that media awareness. I've stated this before with CDs and with movies. If it's worth owning and if it's worth having, you should have it, and especially if it's affordable. And this was ridiculously affordable when I got this. So that being said, uh, I think that people should probably revisit The Wheel of Time with more of an open mind. Rewatch season one, and take in the trailer for season two again. And I cannot wait for this. It is so exciting. Oh wow. But The Wheel of Time is a book series. It's high fantasy genre, and it's initially it was written by Robert Jordan and edited by his wife Harriet, who worked for Tor Books at the time, I believe. If I have any of this incorrect, feel free to correct me in the comment section. I am going off what I think I know, so I am open to error, and I admit that. And if I am wrong, please correct me in the comments. But the series was started by Robert Jordan, and it was started in the early '90s, I believe, was when the first book was published. And unfortunately, Robert Jordan passed away before he could finish the series. And so his widow, Harriet, reached out to up and coming fantasy author Brandon Sanderson to complete Robert's work. And she showed Brandon Robert's notes, and uh, Robert Jordan is a pen name, by the way. And I'm well aware of that. But that's the name we know the series by, so I'm not going into any of those specifics here. Just so you're aware, I do know that. But I digress. From there, we got the conclusion of the series. Uh, and Brandon, I think, actually expanded it from, I think, a one or two book outline into three, I believe. I could be mistaken on that number as well. However, the last book in the series is called A Memory of Light, which I do own also on audio CD, which I also was able to get ridiculously cheap as due to overstockage, I'm guessing. That was some time ago though, and I'm sure now they have gone up in price. And actually, there's a new version of The Eye of the World that was put out a year or so ago with Rosamund Pike reading the novel for us. Uh, she's reading The Eye of the World, and I believe they actually had her read The Great Hunt, book two as well. I'm not sure about book three. I haven't researched that. But Rosamund Pike, of course, is plays Moraine Sedai in the Wheel of Time series, and she's a main player in the series as a whole. So her reading that is pretty amazing. Now I have no problems at all with the original readers of the book. I love Kate Redding and Michael Kramer's reading of The Wheel of Time, as well as some of Brandon Sanderson's books. They are amazing readers. They suck you into the world, and they both work very well together in terms of uh, different sections and who reads different parts and so on and so forth. But I would like to eventually hear Rosamund Pike read The Wheel of Time uh, books that she has read. I just haven't had the opportunity or the finances to obtain them yet. Um, they are on my agenda at some point in time in the future when more funds are available. However, at the current time, that is not possible. That being said, I am going to be very soon rewatching The Wheel of Time, the Amazon Prime original, on my bootleg, questionable bootleg Blu-ray. Uh, as you cannot find this on Amazon like this, to my knowledge. If you can, actually, I think you can. I take that back. But there are certain versions that are playable in U.S. and worldwide players, region free, if you will, and this one is region free. Um, some are marked as region 4 and region 2 only, as well as region 3, but those are other country regions for. If any of you don't know what that means, just ask in the comments. I have no problems explaining it, or Google it. It's not that hard to really figure it out. Certain things though were are marked for different regions, and this one's region free, so you can watch it on any player. Um, for the most part, assuming that they are a decent Blu-ray player or DVD player, depending on your choice of format. I prefer Blu-ray because of the resilience of it and my disability, and if I smudge something or drop it or whatever or scratch it, which I do not, which I try not to do at all. But if I do, I know it's still playable and watchable, unless it's completely mangled, which never happened. Which never happens in my collection because I take a great pride in the things that I collect, and that goes for CDs, films, and other trinkets of sorts. But definitely check out this trailer for yourself without me in the corner of the screen. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Um, I'm really excited for this. Like I said, this is something that I have been waiting for a trailer for. I was just made aware of it today by Daniel Greene of Fantasy News, and before I watched his reaction, I had to do my own reaction. I didn't want to taint my reaction by watching someone else's. I am going to go watch Daniel Greene's though, and I'll link his channel below. He does fantasy news, and he does an amazing job on all the things that he brings to the table in terms of covering that genre of literature. He's also a writer as well and has worked with Michael Kramer and Kate Redding, I believe, as well. So that says a lot right there in terms of his writing and the caliber. This is Rob with Media Awareness. I hope you enjoyed this Wheel of Time Season 2 trailer reaction and rant about the Wheel of Time, as well as background into how I got into the Wheel of Time. Once again, a reminder, there is a fundraiser going on for a wheelchair scooter seat for me, Rob, at Media Awareness, and it will enhance my quality of life and my independence, as well as alleviate the pain that I'm in on a continuous basis now, every day, all day, for the most part, unless I'm sitting against a wall, which is not always possible when there are things that need to be done in life, like eating and petting my dog and cats and uh, going out and about when the mood strikes me, which I haven't done for some time as well because of the seat being as damaged as it has been and the batteries being at the point of not being able to be charged for the point where they'll last longer than a few hours. So uh, it's my independence is greatly hampered at the current time, and any and all support is welcome for the spot fund account below. Like I said, I'm asking for $10 a person. If you can do more, that's great. But $10, if you could just give up your luxury item for the day, whether it be a Subway hoagie for dinner or a stop at McDonald's, just donate that $10 and run home and nuke some pizza that you have left over, or some boil some hot dogs or something. There are options out there, and um, I would definitely appreciate your help in terms of the support. Like I said, I do want to thank all those who have contributed thus far. You're wonderful people, and I'm thanking those others in advance who plan on doing so. I really appreciate you all, and Media Awareness will continue to go on and on and on with that support because it'll make me more confident and make me feel more secure as opposed to as if I'm going to fall at any minute now. I will see you all soon, hopefully. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye.